Colombia, the 1980s. A name strikes fear and admiration across the world. Pablo Escobar. A man who built an empire worth billions, who controlled an entire country from the shadows, and whose story ended in blood and betrayal. This is the rise and fall of the king of cocaine. Born in 1949 in Rio Negro, Colombia, Pablo Escobar was raised in Medellin. From a young age, he had one goal: to become rich. His criminal journey began with petty thefts, smuggling, and selling fake lottery tickets. But soon, he discovered a much more profitable business: cocaine. By the late 1970s, Escobar formed the Medellin cartel, turning cocaine smuggling into a billion-dollar enterprise. He established secret labs deep in the jungles, developed smuggling routes into the United States, and bribed officials to protect his operations. At its peak, Escobar's cartel supplied 80% of the world's cocaine. Escobar didn't just deal in drugs. He controlled Colombia. He ran for political office, winning a seat in Congress in 1982, using his wealth to fund hospitals, schools, and housing for the poor. To some, he was a Robin Hood figure. But behind the generosity was a ruthless killer. He followed one rule: plata o plomo, silver or lead. Either you took his bribe, or you took a bullet. As the US and Colombian governments pressured him, Escobar fought back. Judges, politicians, and police officers who stood in his way were assassinated. In 1989, he ordered the bombing of Avianca Flight 203, killing over 100 innocent people, believing a presidential candidate was on board. His cartel unleashed terror, turning Colombia into a war zone. In 1991, Escobar made a deal with the Colombian government. He would surrender if they let him build his own prison, La Catedral. But it was no ordinary prison. It had a nightclub, a soccer field, and luxury accommodations. From inside, he continued running his empire. When authorities tried to move him to a real prison, he escaped, vanishing into the mountains. For over a year, Escobar was on the run. The Colombian government, with help from U.S. Special Forces and a vigilante group called Los Peeps, hunted him down. On December 2, 1993, his luck ran out. Tracked to a safe house in Medellin, Escobar was shot while fleeing across a rooftop. Was it a government sniper, or did he take his own life? The truth remains a mystery. Pablo Escobar's empire fell, but his story remains legendary. To some, he was a ruthless criminal responsible for thousands of deaths. To others, he was a hero who defied the system. His influence is still felt in Colombia today. His wealth, power, and brutality changed the drug trade forever. Power built on crime always has a price. Pablo Escobar rose from nothing to control an empire. But in the end, he proved that no one, no matter how rich or powerful, can escape justice forever.